right, there we go. Okay, so we got South America, part one is what we're going through. So introduction and where is South America? Okay, here are unit objectives that we'll be going through, talking about the location of South America, the capitals, and I got that really cheesy video that will kind of help you remember where everything is and the big things. We're going to talk about the rainforest, the canopy of the rainforest, the Andes Mountains, which is a big thing, the beliefs of the people who live in Argentina. They have a different culture, which is kind of interesting. Where they're at with sustainable development, oil production, that kind of stuff. You'll learn all throughout this unit. Okay, so I have two types of maps right here. The first one, let's start at the far right, okay, where my cursor is. You'll see right here, this is just where South America is on the Earth. You can kind of see it location to everywhere else. We have North America where we live up here. It's just south of us right here. And then I also have, coming over here, I have both a physical map and a political map. Okay, a physical map shows basically the mountain ranges. The Andes mountain range runs right down here where you follow my cursor. And then you have the Amazon rainforest that covers a lot of Brazil and that area. You also have some other little mountains and that kind of stuff over to this side. But most of it's a lot of the rainforest and the high Andes mountains. Remember, the Andes are created by the ring of fire that we talked about in the last unit, where the Pacific plate has kind of gone and rubbed up against one another, so it makes those big mountain ranges. Okay, now you have all of these countries that are in there in the middle. You may have heard of some: Chile, Argentina, Brazil's a big country, Peru, Venezuela. All of those are the countries inside South America. Okay, so a little bit about it. As the fourth largest continent in the world, South America extends from the tropics in the north to just 600 miles from Antarctica, okay, in the south. In this unit, we will explore many components that help make up the very diverse continent of South America. The countries of South America vary in history, cultures, economies, industries, and standards of living. South America has nearly every type of climate, from dry desert to lush rainforest, and a variety of fascinating cultures, cities, and from modern capital of Brasilia, which is Brazil, to ancient ruins of Monte Picchu. Okay, so let's do a little poll question real quick here. I want you to think, which country is the largest in South America? So think back to that chart I showed you. Is it A, Argentina, B, Chile, C, Peru, or D, Brazil? I'll let you think about that for a moment. And the correct answer is Brazil. As you can see right here, Brazil is the largest country in South America. There are also a variety of other countries, and we're going to actually dig a little bit deeper as we have our live class on Wednesday in them. But we have, as you can see, a list of all of these countries right here, and I have some of their flags over there, so you can kind of see. You may have seen their flags before. Just kind of look at them. Alright, so I got a little video to show you. Hopefully this will help get the geography down a little bit more of South America. So here we go. It's cheesy.
Venezuela's to the north of Brazil, where the Amazon River flows into the ocean, sailing south through the Atlantic Ocean, will land you in Argentina. That is east of a country quite skinny, like a chili pepper. Bolivia in the Andes is landlocked. Ecuador sits on the Pacific Ocean, and Colombia borders Panama. Colombia borders Panama. Yes, Colombia borders Panama.
All right, that's it. Pretty cheesy, but it at least gets you a little bit oriented to the geography of South America there. One of the things they talked about the Andes Mountains, okay? Hopefully my face isn't in the way of the shooting. Maybe kind of pull it off a little bit. But the Andes Mountains are right here. Up in that area, Peru, you have an area which they call Monte Piju, which is an ancient civilization that was pre-Columbus, so before Columbus came over, and it was a very civilized society. They had a formal government. They had all kinds of amazing things. Between 1200 and 1535 AD, the Inca population lived in the part of South America extending from Ecuador to the Pacific coast of Chile. Unlike the Mayan civilization of Central America, the Incas and their legacy are very prevalent throughout most parts of South America. So that's actually a place that I really want to go someday, is hike up to Monte Piju and see all these ancient civilizations. So, but it's just amazing that for what they, what they have and how high up they are, and they just had such a very civilized government like the United States had, but it was before Columbus. As we look at the current economy of Central or South America, 1/3 of the continent practices subsistence farming, and we talked about subsistence farming before, where you grow your own food, right? Most of the citizens of South America are concentrated around large cities. Most notable is Brazil. Sao Paulo is the capital of Brazil, and this is a picture of what you'd kind of see over here. They have most of the poor or not affluent, so that means you don't have a lot of money. They gather in these kind of cities. So as you can see, they're houses upon houses of people in very not great circumstances of where they kind of live. But they do that to go, most of these, the rural poor, which basically means they have been living out in the country trying to grow for themselves, finally try to work their way into the bigger cities to get employment, and they just have not been able to find very good employment as of recently. So their economy is not very good. But as to look at Sao Paulo, Sao Paulo is as I said, basically the biggest city in South America. As you can see, it has very ancient old things. They have this famous statue. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it overlooks the ocean there that people go up and look at. But it also has a very modern and innovative parts of the city. So it has the poor. It has the very older part of the city that's been around, for hundreds and hundreds of years, and then you have the new metropolitan area that's very big. So you have a little bit of each. It's not like it's really a third world country, maybe in some portions of it, but other portions it's not whatsoever. All right, let's do another poll question real quick. This one asks, what is the longest river in the world? Is it A, the Nile, B, the Congo, C, the Amazon, or D, the Mississippi? So I'll give you a second to think about that. And the correct answer is the Amazon River. The Amazon River is the longest river in the world, although some of these other ones are pretty long. The Amazon River basically kind of snakes in and out, and we'll probably actually see some pictures of it right here. So the amazing thing about the Amazon River is you can see it has that snaking kind of effect. It just rivers always go the least path of resistance, and so it's not always a straight line. So as you can kind of see, it kind of works its way through here almost like a snake as it goes through here. And because of the tropical area and nature of it and all the rain that it gets, it inhabits the Amazon rainforest, which is the largest rainforest in the world. We get some very interesting things from the Amazon rainforest that we can't get anywhere else. One of those things is rubber. You think of rubber being on your car tires. Those aren't real rubber. That's synthetic rubber. But they have real rubber that's like on semi-tires or plain tires, that kind of thing. So this man in this picture right here to the left, as you can see my cursor, he's actually extracting rubber from the trees there in the Amazon River, or the Amazon rainforest. And you can see how there's kind of a drip down here. And that's one of the things that people are really worried about is we cannot make a rubber that's tough enough to be like actual rubber. And as we're kind of cutting down these trees and do slash and burn farming, that kind of stuff, they're raised cattle in some areas which kill the rainforest, which we've kind of talked about already. We're not able to extract those things that are really important to us. Because if you've ever flown on a plane, you would not be able to land safely without those rubber tires. It always scares me when I land too. I'm always shaking. But you see, most of the way to get through there, it's very thick in the rainforest areas. So they always have go on boats up and down the Amazon.